Hey, I'm Kirk with Hang 55. I'm here fixing to backpack the Grayson Highlands area in the southern section of Virginia. Stayed in Marion last night, drove from Birmingham, and heading out that way. It's about a 45-minute drive from Marion. I actually just crossed over the AT a few minutes ago, so looking forward to some good hiking. Maybe a little hot. Hopefully it's been kind of a hot time here, well, in Marion, but hopefully these upper elevations it'll be a tad cooler. So anyway, looking forward to some good hiking. I'm going to briefly go over my 4-day backpacking trip that encompassed the Little Wilson Creek Wilderness, the Lewis Fork Wilderness National Forest, and the Grayson Highlands State Park. I began my trek at Massey Gap, and I parked actually at the backpackers lot and hit the AT, went southbound, hit Wilburn Ridge, and I camped about 100 or 200 yards past Thomas Knob Shelter. Day 2 continued on the AT, hit the Mount Rogers Trail, went to the Lewis Fork Trail, took the lower section here, hit the Cliffside Trail, and camped probably about half mile from this road up here. Day 3 came back up and hit the AT, passed the Old Orchard Shelter, continued on the AT, passed Scales, and camped probably about a mile or so from Wise Shelter. Day 4 I continued on the AT and came out via the Appalachian Spur Trail. The total trail was roughly 25 miles, and it was an awesome trip. Well, I hit the AT heading south on Thomas Knob Shelter. I think it's about 3 miles from here, roughly. This is a cool little camp spot right past the state park, because you cannot camp within the boundaries of the state park. But this is cool at least for tents. Not many trees for hanging. Got a pretty view though. huge camp spots here. Looks like somebody comes over here and cuts the grass or something. I guess that's Wilburn Ridge Trail over there. Thomas Knob Shelter. Here's my little camp spot I found. It's just right down from the shelter. A little windy though. Pretty view. In the camp spot. Only thing is, there's a lot of people here. There's like, I think within 100 yards, I've got probably 8 groups of people. So I was kind of surprised, but I guess it is a Saturday and it's a pretty weekend. So I guess they're saying the same thing about me. So many people, but it's real pretty. Got a nice site. A little windy. But it's comfortable out here. It's nice. It's pretty. Well, we got some good rain last night. It was heavy winds, probably around 40 miles an hour, top gusts, but my tarp kind of came undone in a few places, but it was really whipping there for a while, and lightning struck close by a couple of these campers over here on this side, but hopefully this will pass through and we'll have a pretty day, but I think there's still a chance of rain, so we'll just have to wait and see. A little breezy this morning, not too bad. Already ate breakfast. It's probably about, I guess it's about 9:15. We're ready to get on the trails. Well, we survived the night, so heading out about 10:30. Getting a pretty late start, but I don't think I'm doing too many miles a day, so it really doesn't matter. tired. I've only done like 3 miles, a little shy of that probably. I think most of it's due to the fact that I had an appendectomy 2 weeks ago. Doctor cleared me to do this, but I haven't been getting much exercise over the past probably 3 or 4 weeks, so that's probably a big part of it, and the fact that I had my appendix removed. But it's all good going down. That's good for the most part. Down in elevation, getting a little warmer too, I can tell that, but at least I'm under this canopy here. And it's pretty breezy too, so it still feels really good. It's probably only about, I'd guess, I haven't checked my, probably around 68, 70, 72, something like that, so it feels good. Nice and breezy too, so that helps.
Now that's good. This is the Cajun Ranch chicken salad by Packet Gourmet. First time I've ever had it. Cold chicken salad, it's really good. I was starting to get really hungry. And it's about 1:15. So I'm probably gonna do, I've done about 4 miles. Probably gonna do about, I don't know, maybe about 3 or 4 more, I'm not really sure. Probably go down to maybe a river so I can be by some water. After a day or so of not being around water, makes me want to get down to a nice stream or something.
Chicken salad was good. Well, I just left the Mountain Rogers Trail and I'm now on the Lewis Fork Trail. Well, I was pretty much at the end of Lewis Fork Trail and went to the very end and found 2 campsites, and this was pretty much the best one I found. Took me a little rinse off in the creek over here. Pretty good little area, I guess. I can't be too picky because I'm not going back up right now. It's about 3:30 and I'm done for the day. I've done about 8 miles. It's flat. I can do the deeds I need to do. Got a little fire ring. Can hang up some sweaty clothes and get some water. So that's all that really matters. So I think it's a cool spot. Well, I think this turned out to be a decent spot. Probably gonna see if I can do a fire tonight. Don't know if I'm gonna stay in this pitch like this if we have another night like last night, but we'll see. But anyway, got my cloudburst, got my ridge runner. Ridge runner and the cloudburst are new. I kind of went to the bridge hammock and I like them. I bought that several months ago, but it's a pretty nice hammock. I enjoy it. Well, I got a little fire going and I'm trying a new type of dinner. It's called, well, let me see, I have forgotten, but it's outdoor herbivore, and I don't like it too much. It's not that good. It's I got the savory lentil simmer, and I've got a couple other ones, so hopefully the other ones are better, but that one's not too good. So anyway, even though it's 6 o'clock, it gets dark about 9, so I'll probably just have a fire for a couple hours and then turn in about 8 or 9, and that'll be about dark. pretty good night last night. Slept about 8 hours. That was awesome. Another thunderstorm rolled through, but the winds were not near as bad as the night before. The night before, those winds were, 40 plus. That was definitely the worst storm I'd ever been in as far as winds, thunder, lightning hitting close by. So that was a booger bear. I feel good though. Today I'm definitely gonna go up in elevation. Gonna go past Old Orchard Shelter, get back on the AT, and probably go past Scales, and then I'm really not sure where I'm gonna camp. But I'm feeling good, so I'm just ready to go explore, have a good day, and find some cool stuff to see. So looking forward to it.
Well, it's about 10 o'clock. Just left camp, and it's about 68 degrees. And probably camped last night at about 3,700 feet. And not sure how far I'm going up today, but I'll find out soon. Well, I'm right next to the Old Orchard Shelter. Bunch of nice flat camp spots around here. Pretty cool shelter. Nice fire ring. Cool area. Going up about 1,000 feet in elevation, and I can feel it. Oh man, wearing me out. Probably gonna have to stop and get a little something to eat. These are good here. These are sesame cakes I get at an Asian market. Pretty sweet. Got a ton of sesame seeds. Not bad. Let there be light. This is a shortcut to Scales. The AT went around, through the trees. It's probably little bit further. So just a little bit quicker this way, I believe. This is scales, and this is where they used to weigh the livestock. And a lady in Marion told me that they would actually weigh them here before they took them to town to sell them, because I guess going down to town was a 1 to 2 day, maybe 3 day trek, I don't know, and they'd lose so much weight, so they would lose their profits. So they did all the weighing here before the trek. Well, I'm on the AT going southbound, and it's only like 5 miles to Massey Gap, so it's only like 1 o'clock, so I don't know if I may come out a day early unless there's a real cool spot to hang around by the Wise shelter, because that's the only place between here and there that has a reliable water source. So we shall see, but I don't know. 5 miles, it's not too bad, and I'm sure the shelter's probably about a mile or so, 1.5 miles. I don't really know. I didn't check to see how far it was. Over here I've got this small patch of trees. Temperature drops about 10 degrees inside this little area. Pretty cool. Just a small little patch of trees. You can find a couple of trees to hang a hammock. And there's a super cool view right out here. Pretty cool. However, no agua. Well, this is a cool spot except for the horse crap. I guess a lot of people that are riding horses take a break here because it's shady. And I could probably get away from, have some trees over here, but all these flies landing on the crap and then landing on my food. So, don't think so. And plus I'd have to go find water anyway, and I'm not gonna do the extra miles. Bet you somebody's thrown up a hammock there. However, with the past couple of nights, wind and thunderstorms, no thank you. This is the tallest spot right here in this area. So that wouldn't be good. Snake to get through that. That was tight. Well, we decided to stop a little shy of Y shelter. I'm probably about a mile from there, and I followed a little creek down from the AT about 100 yards down and found this. Pretty nice. I took a little bath, cleaned up a little bit. Got a little running water over here. A couple of deep little spots to get in, so that was nice. Nice little spot. So I'm gonna drink the rest of my moonshine and eat a good bit of my food and head out tomorrow. So yeah, I'm eating an early dinner. It's actually 4:20. And I'm having some of Packet Gourmet's. This is actually one of my favorite, ostentatious tortilla soup. It's pretty good. That's what I've got. And I also made, because I'm actually pretty hungry, I made some, I'll spill this here, some baked potato, or not baked potato, but mashed potatoes. And I guess it's got bacon and cheese. So made some of that. Music, and I'm just gonna sit by the creek and eat some good food. If the flies would sit out there. Well, I got my hammock and tarp ready. Got hopefully a little ventilation going here. My wife said there's supposed to be another storm tonight, so I might be dropping her down, but for now I'm for ventilation. So we'll just have to see what happens with the weather. About 6 o'clock, ate dinner. Probably gonna do a little fire just to pass some time. And just a little music. So now it's time to cut a little wood. Well, I'm going to build a fire tonight, and I'm going to tell you how I do it, but I'm sure everybody out there can do it better than me, but this is the way I do it. First of all, I try to get stuff that's not on the ground, especially if it's been storming for the past couple of nights. I'll get stuff that's hanging off of trees, of course stuff that's dead, but stuff that's leaning over, hanging, just as long as it's off the ground. And I'll usually start with some real small pencil lead, thin, then I'll go to pencil size and then work my way up. And then I like to bring a small saw. I've got this buck saw right here. It's real lightweight. I think it weighs about a pound. It's Bob Dustrud quick buck saw, I believe. But anyway, and another thing I do is, when you come to camp and it's completely soaked as far as the fire ring, inside there, I'll usually just set up a flat rock just to set my tinder on, and then I'll go from there. I know a lot of people think it's crazy to bring a saw, but I always come to camp and see a lot of wood that people can't quite break or whatever and get into small enough pieces, and I like to get about
you know, pieces between 18 and 2 foot long. And if I bring a saw, I can process a good bit. So anyway, and another thing I do is once I put my wood down, I like to use a piece of wood to kind of lift up the wood sometimes if I need some more oxygen up underneath. This really isn't a long enough piece, but it's getting dark, so it's going to have to work. So something like that kind of creates a little bit of airflow up underneath as you work the fire. So I do start with the pencil lead thin, and I guess I do cheat because I do use a lighter. And then I go to the little bit larger. Then a little bit bigger stuff. With all this rain, everything's pretty wet out here. And the good thing about this, well, I'll show you in a little bit how this wood works. You can lift it and lower it just depending on the oxygen you need. If you need a little bit more oxygen, you can lift it up. Of course, after a while, it'll be burnt, but just when you're first starting, you'll need it, possibly. This stuff is wet. Now a lot of this wood is pretty wet, but it works for me. That's usually how I do a fire. So anyway, like I said, most of y'all probably can do a fire better than I can, but that's how I do it. So anyway, this is my entertainment for the night. But I do like this right here, just to give it some more oxygen. You can lift it and just add some more oxygen to the bottom of the fire, so that seems to help. I don't always do that, but sometimes I do. Well, the last night, so I got to finish up the moonshine. Got some apple pie moonshine. Got probably about 4 shots left, so that should do me the rest of the night. About 7:30, I'm gonna watch a movie after this. Put the fire out and watch a movie. Well, I slept pretty good last night. No storms. That was a surprise. So nice to be able to pack everything up dry today. That'll be nice. And woke up, I went to sleep about 11, woke up about 5 to some dueling owls. One of them sounded like a monkey. It was really weird sounding, but anyway, woke up to that. Coming out of the woods today. 4 days out here. It's been really nice. Actually going to meet, well, not till Thursday. My wife and kids are coming out, and we're meeting in Gatlinburg, so looking forward to that. And I guess I'm going to go just do a little bit of, maybe a little bit of hiking out in the Smokies, just some little day hikes and stuff like that. And I think I can, because I didn't do too many miles out here. I think I never did even calculate the mileage, but I think it was probably under 25, and that was 4 days, so that's pretty low mileage. So anyway, it's been a good trip. A little bit of rain, some thunderstorms, high winds at night. Last night was great though. But gonna pack up here after a while. Try to get an early start if I can. And 8:30 or 9 will be an early start for me, so we'll see if we can make that work. Well, all packed up and ready to go. I probably have about 3 miles or so to get out. It feels like it's about 70 or so, 68. My thermometer kind of ran out of batteries, my digital one, so I've got to get another one, or get some batteries, whatever. But anyway, it's a beautiful day. It's really pretty, and looking forward to a nice hike out. So I'm fixing to hit the trails. Well, it's always kind of sad leaving the last day. But the good thing is I'm a lot lighter than when I came in because I had a bunch of food. And actually I did leave at 8:30, so that's probably the earliest I've ever broken camp and gotten that back on the trails. It usually takes me a while, but so that was a first for me, getting out pretty early. Well, I'm leaving Little Wilson Creek Wilderness and going back into the National Forest. So I've actually been in two wildernesses, Little Wilson Creek Wilderness and Lewis Fork Wilderness, and then also the Grayson Highlands State Park. So, but anyway, fixing to get back into the open area, I believe, here shortly. This is Wise Shelter. I went to the top of the mountain. Some guy was pointing them out to me from up there, so oh well. I got some extra workout. Ooh, buddy. I don't have well, I wanted to pet one, but guess you're not supposed to, so I didn't do it. But you come out here, nice little ponies. It's pretty tempting. The forbidden fruit. Don't pet the ponies. Well, I had to see the ponies one last time. Heading out, it's about 11:30. I should be out in the next 15 minutes or so. It was a good 4 days. 4 beautiful days. Only rained at night. Probably ended up getting about, I think it was about 25 miles. So, just about to the car road. Hey, what you doing? Well, I'm not petting you, but you ran into my hand, so I guess you're petting yourself. Oh, you like my trekking pole? Is it yummy? Yeah. You're a cutie. Don't break it now. Don't break it, buddy. Hey. Well, he's petting himself. I didn't do that, I promise. If that's the worst thing I've ever done, I guess I'm doing pretty good. Hey. You're cute. I didn't pet that pony. That pony pet itself with my hand. Think I'll be in trouble? Oh well. Like I said, if that's the worst thing I ever do, I'll be doing alright. Fixing to get to the overnight parking lot. I'm just about probably a couple of minutes away. I think it's like 1/10 of a mile or 2/10 or something like that, so should be there shortly. 5 minutes or so. Well, here we are. I actually I knew I didn't come in the same way because when I was coming out, I was afraid I wasn't going to the right parking lot. That's the Appalachian Spur Trail. I just came out that way, and when I went in, I guess I went to Massey's Gap because I do not remember that trail coming out. But at least I made it here. Well, that was a very good trip. If you haven't been out to Grayson Highlands, I would highly suggest it. Definitely a lot of eye candy, a lot of great vistas, just good campsites. I enjoyed it. Very fun. I will do it again possibly in the future, but I will definitely give it a thumbs up. So goodbye ponies and Grayson Highlands. I am now heading towards Gatlinburg, which I think it's about 3 hours from here. I was hoping it was a little bit less, but it looks like it's a good little ways from here.